Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Rad Movement YouTube channel. It is I, Robbie Rapole, here with my newborn baby. So right now, his name is Zen Vision Rapole. But we're thinking maybe Vision as the first name. Um, I like Zen, but I prefer Vision. Uh, we're doing a name test. We've been calling him Zen all last week, and now we're gonna call him Vision for a week. Um, and see what resonates. Woo! See what resonates more. See what sticks. Um, God, he's so adorable. Um, so yeah, life's been a ride. It's been a bit of a blur. He is now 3 weeks and 1 day old. He's perfect. I'm pretty sure you can see that. It's been a ride. It's been awesome. It's been scary. It's been terrible. It's been beautiful. It's been enriching. I've been learning. I've been questioning. I've been focusing. I've been losing focus. So many different parts of this, guys. Um, I don't remember what it's like to be a parent, not the parent of a newborn. So it's interesting. Um, doing my best. Donna's doing her best. Jaiden is amazing. I love that dude. He's just, it's cool to see the relationship with him and this beautiful little man. Um, and it's funny, so one practice I got into was we're constantly calling Zen or Vision or whatever. Actually, we're using Vision this week, so constantly calling Vision like, perfect and beautiful, and like telling him how adorable he is. And it's like, man, I wonder if Jaiden's into that. So like, I started saying the same shit to Jaiden that I say to Vision, and it's cool because like he responds to it so well. He like smiles and blushes and like gets all fucking stoked. Um, and it's really cool to see my son Jaiden as a 21-year-old young man um, still act like a child. And so, this is kind of, um, well, not kind of, it falls right in line with something that, there we go, with something that's been recently reintroduced to me. Yesterday I went to Spirit Fest, which is a metaphysical fair in Melbourne, and some of my friends from the local workshop that I love, the Way Through experience, um, they were there doing their things. Scott was doing his stuff with reflexology, and Kiki was doing stuff. Kiki's the one that introduced me to all of these people in this area, all through a tattoo. Interesting. But Kiki did a reading on me, and one of the things she asked me was, "Are you still playing with your inner child?" Now, she was there at the Way Through Experience workshop that I went through, and oh yes, and one of the things that they they um they foster is playing with your inner child, and enjoying yourself with that inner child. The little human inside of you that a lot of us um, don't know how to cater to or have neglected over the years. In my case, once again, I forgot. Well, not even once again, because this whole like getting in touch with my inner child stuff is fairly new to me. I've known I should be doing it for a while, just didn't know how. And when I went to that workshop, they told me to dress like a 4-year-old on the second day. And I was kind of puzzled, but I was like, all right, how would my 4-year-old self dressed? And then we started talking. But he also made me cry. He didn't mean to. I started crying because I realized I haven't played with him in so long, and we haven't communicated in so long, and he's probably just scared and lonely. Um, so that's why, uh, the whole inner child thing for Jaiden. It's really interesting because me and Jaiden have kind of grown in parallel ways most of his life, uh, and we continue to do so. And him tapping into his inner child with me, being around the baby, but just the way he communicates with me, the way he looks up at me, it makes me realize, holy shit, man, like when our kids grow up, they still want to love us like we're their mommies and daddies, and they're our babies. So it's really interesting, to live with that, and experience that. To experience that from the perspective in which I'm experiencing it, through the eyes and the heart of a new father, through the eyes and the heart of a veteran father, um, through the eyes and the heart of somebody who has been so beaten down over the years, because of what's happened over the years, that he didn't realize he was holding himself back. And it takes experiences like your new little teachers. Uh, he's so in tune. So many times when like me or Donna say something, he'll like respond with a coo, or like he'll grab one of our fingers or something. He's really in tune, and it's so lovely to like see the synchronicities involved in your new baby and your family that's already existing. So it's really cool. I love this dude. I love this life. I love the family that I've developed over the years. Um, it was funny. I was saying, um, when Vision was born, that now I have a complete family, and Jaiden goes, "Dude, we've always had a family." And I was like, because I didn't say complete family. I was like, "Oh, now I have a family." He's like, "Dude, we've always had a family. It's been us, man. We've been the family." And I'm like, "Whoa!" So it's really cool to have that again. But feel it, because like, when Jaiden was a little dude, I felt this responsibility to have a mother figure for him, which was really silly. Please don't do that. Um, if you're a single parent, do not look for that other missing piece. The pieces are already there. Oh, the pieces are there. Um, so, as I grow into new parenthood, I realize how much I've already had. I know what I'm doing, even though I don't feel like I do. It's so great to have Jaiden here because he's a sounding board and a reminder that, like, we can do it. And he physically reminds me, and he's so in tune. Little side note about being in tune: yesterday when Kiki was doing my reading, Jaiden and Donna just kind of stumbled back over in the moment where I was like having a bit of an emotional break, and I was releasing some tears. And it was about my relationship with my father, and then like my father issues, daddy issues, so to speak. um, yeah, so right when I was like dealing with that, because I was having this thing like where I explained to her that I felt like, I don't feel like certain mentors or people in my life want me. And when I said that just oof. And shortly thereafter, Jaiden and Donna came up, and they just both like held me and held space for me. And like, man, I don't know, something's happened with making this, having this baby come to the world. Like, I've opened up more. Then I find myself closing again when I get more scared again. And it's a journey. Because I make it through the hard parts, right? You make it through the hard parts. We all make it through the hard parts. And then, like, we get to get the good parts, but we get to have the hard parts too, because I really do thrive in a struggle. To explain how different that I am than most, when I was talking to Kiki yesterday, we were talking about, I said I wanted to do some sort of retreat, some awesome, healing retreat. And she's like, wow, I just started a retreat business. And she said something about sharks. And I was like, what? I thought she said shark cage or shark tank experience. I was like, oh shit. So like when y'all go and feed sharks in the cage, I want to be there. And she's like, no, dude, we're not doing that. We're like just feeding sharks out of the water. I was like, oh. And that right there explained to me in a very quick analogy the difference of where I am and where most people are. And to swim in a fucking shark cage is very challenging. It's very taxing. It's very rewarding. It's very extreme. And that's just how my fucking brain is wired. Which is part of my magic, right? Because there's other people out there that are wired like this, that have to find healthy, secure ways to learn, grow, progress, and experience the next evolutions of self as they come. I love when he makes these movies. I don't know if you guys heard it, but and it's moments like this. He melts my heart. It's moments like this that fuck, man. Life's pretty fucking good. And through like the formula shortage, and we got some formula from the UK, and it's great, but it makes his poops very clay-like. So we've got to figure that out. And the American formula shortage is insane. And Donna's having a hard time with her milk supply coming in. She's pumping every 2 hours through the night, through the day. It's been a ride, man. And so, through all of that stuff, it feels like I'm in a fog, and new parents definitely have been telling me it's normal. Or even a little more seasoned parents. Because, dude, Jaiden's 21. I don't remember that fucking ride. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember every bit of it. It's weird. There's large parts of it that I just can't recall. And the raising a newborn is part of it. And I was working a lot back then. And his bio mom was in his life for the first couple years. So like she took care of him and stuff. And I think that's why, maybe just because I was so consumed with work, that I didn't get to appreciate the struggle in being a new parent. Because like the accomplishment that comes with that struggle is fucking sick. It's great. I love it. I love it. But the struggle, it's a lot sometimes. And I'm glad I have a partner that loves me and understands me and accepts me for who I am. And guides me and helps teach me through the struggle, through the process. But yeah, it's like when I sit back, if I put everything on paper, I'm alright. If I compare and contrast and look at myself from another person's eyes, I'm somebody I'd like to be. So I'd say I'm successful. And it's hard to accept that you're successful. It's really difficult because what is success? It's defined in so many different ways by so many different people. But what I've learned, my version of success is, and I've seen a lot of other people and met a lot of other people that feel this way. My version of success is just being happy, being healthy, being financially stable, um, or not even. Like if your version of success is to successfully denounce, you know, the financial institution that is money, then you're successful if you've achieved that. Me personally, I'm still working on my relationship with money. It's a big one. Um, doesn't matter how much or how little I have, I'm always afraid of not having enough. And I'm working through that slowly but surely. Um, so yeah, I don't even know where I was going with that one, man. Just kind of went away with it. And, I ain't mad at it. Um, oh yeah, the fact that I'm successful. Like I have a great house, and I do want a bigger house. But that, it's like a matter of trying to not be like, yo, I need a bigger house. Like just being okay with it and being like, yo, and like the more I think about, okay, why do I want a bigger house? What am I manifesting here? What's the reason for it? Okay, well, I really love this parenthood thing. I love having Jaiden around and Vision around. I love having my nephew Christian around. And then I'm thinking, man, Donna and I don't want to make any more kids, but we'd love to adopt. So like, if I had like, you know, on the small side in my brain, a 10-bedroom house, to like a 20-bedroom house, I could help a lot of different humans in a lot of different situations, and have a really full heart. So like, what is financial success look like? Well, financial success in that experience looks like I want to have enough money to facilitate all this with ease and flow and comfort without having to worry about where is the money coming from. So that's successful, right? So like right now I'm successful. I feel good about myself, my finances, my investments. Um, I feel good. I don't want to say good because it doesn't sound good enough. I feel like everything's in line, right? I know there's more, and I'm trying not to be impatient for more. But everything's in line, and everything seems to be going so well. Um, and even with all the hiccups, right? Because like, the delivery was very difficult, and then I was in the hospital 2 days later, with elevated blood pressure, and my eyes were going crazy. And then we found out I had a vitamin D deficiency, and that was 2 days after he came home from the hospital. And like, then as soon as I got home, we realized the cat ran away, and then we were looking for the cat. So and it's been hard not to get into the victim mentality. And then moments like this, where I'm just chilling on the back porch with the most beautiful little human, that loves me so much, that I love so much. Like, the bond he and I have is so sick. Like, it's so fucking cool. Like, it's so many times more often than not, I'm his comfort human. So, like, if he's losing his shit and we can't calm him down, either me talking or holding him or, like, doing something calms him down. Like, it's so cool to be such a good part of my new son's life. And then to think about the fact that I'm such a good part of my other son's life. And, like, just to relish on the fact that I'm a good fucking parent, and that looks the way it looks for me, and us. It was cool. Little side note, I was making posts on the Facebook and Instagram about Vision's arrival, and one of Jaiden's teachers, I think it was second grade, loved this woman. She was awesome. Miss Goldberg, you're the shit. Um, no, fuck, it's not Miss Goldberg. That one was awesome too. Shit, Kill Commons, dude. um, Goldberg is married to Taco City Bobby. Weird, yeah, sorry, side rant. And Brandy, I'm so sorry. Your name uh, blanked for a moment, but you two, you and Miss Goldberg were like Jaiden's two favorite teachers. But Miss Kilcommons, we're friends on Facebook, and she fucking she wrote a comment saying something like, uh, in the reference that I'm a good dad, and she knew this because uh, the way that Jaiden always behaved and like who he was as a human, and she loved the fact that I would like be getting yelled at by the principal for wearing a shirt that said "fuck big boned, I'm fat," um, while my son's getting like the straight A honor roll award and like perfect attendance award and like shit like that. So to be recognized as a good parent when I was in a much more difficult place, and to continue to be recognized for that years later. Um, she even said something like he's her favorite student or one of her favorite students in like her whole entire career, like that. It was cute because Jaiden got on. And he's like, "Oh, you're gonna make me cry," and it was just like a really sweet interaction. And like, being that young 20-something, 30-something-year-old dad that um, didn't know what he was doing, was a single dad most of the time. Um, Being that dad, uh, it was weird because I didn't realize like I was doing a good job. I just tried to do the best I could. So we're trying to do the best we can, right, Vision? Yeah, we're doing the best we can. So I think that's it for today's download. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Um, any new fathers or new parents out there, it's scary, but it's awesome, and you'll be fine. But that goes to anyone else who's parenting something new. It could be a reparenting of yourself. It could be parenting a new business venture. Anything in life, anything new that you're doing that you're scared of, it's alright. Fear is part of the journey. You'll be fine. Keep fucking going. The fact that you're concerned about doing a good job means you're going to do a good job. And the fact that you care enough to be worried means you got what it takes to make a difference. And thanks, I'm talking to myself too. So, from Vision, Donna, my beautiful blushing bride. I've been saying shit like that a lot. She's getting mad at me. She's like, "You better fucking marry me already." My wonderful son Jaiden, my awesome nephew Christian, who he's been blowing up the TikTok and the YouTube lately. Go check him out, Christian Rapole. His TikTok is SSJC15. His Instagram is I am Christian Rapole. His YouTube channel is Christian Rapole. But yeah, so from my little home, my loving little home, and all the animals actually heard empanada barking. We love you. Thank you. These videos are therapeutic for me. And I realize that after the fact always. So thank you guys for always listening. Thank you humans, you're beautiful. I appreciate you all. Thank you for giving me a reason to speak. Thank you for listening to my speech. And just remember, we're rad, and so are you. I love y'all. We love y'all. Have a great day. And Vision says goodbye. Love you guys.